want to be a strong, independent woman no more. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Women are hating men and men are now hating women. They don't want to get married. They don't want to live with them. They, they just want to be single forever. Like, what's going on here?
Yes, men are happy being single. They're definitely enjoying it more.
Men, their motives for doing these trips and going to clubs is because they're predatory. They're looking for something.
The discomfort with men enjoying singlehood isn't really about concern for male well-being. It's about the implications of men removing themselves from a system that depended on their participation. When the most reliable players stop showing up, the game has a problem.
This is a question for the men. If you're not a man, keep scrolling. Okay, so men, why are we hating women? Why are we hating women? I feel like women are hating men and men are now hating women. They don't want to get married. They don't want to live with them. They, they just want to be single forever. Like, what's going on here? Are all you men into men now? Like, what's going on? I'm so confused. I feel like we're creating a divide here, folks. Can we come back together? I love men. And I want men to start loving women again. Like, I don't know. What do we need to do? Let me know and I can try to get the congregation together and we could try to move forward so we can all start loving each other again. I don't know. What am I missing? Can you please fill me in? I'm very, 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 very confused.
The question, why are men hating women, assumes hatred is the only explanation for withdrawal. The more accurate answer is simpler and more damning. When the consistent experience of engagement produces nothing worth returning for, engagement stops. That's not hatred. That's a market closing.
Hi ladies. This is for Minneapolis metro suburbs girls, because I currently cannot find a man or just a normal date to save my life. What is up with the men in Minneapolis? Why are they so entitled? One, they're not even that cute. Two, I don't want to settle. And if they're not attractive and their personalities fucking suck, they're not funny, I'm not doing it. Where are we finding good men? Serious. Where are we finding them? I don't want to go sit at Maynard's and have some weirdo walk up to me who is dressed in all Tommy Bahama. That's just not my thing. But I also, I need to find out what you girls are doing, because all the time when I'm in the North Loop, I see hot women walking with hot men. Where? Help me, please.
Appreciation from a distance, problems up close. Men who separated the two and chose accordingly aren't misogynists. They're people who learned which version of the dynamic actually worked for them and structured their lives around that information.
This is for 30-year-old women who are Christian and still single. I'll start by saying this. I turned 30 last year. I'm going to be 31 this fall. I have never been asked out on a date in my life, and I mean that. Never. I've never been approached by a guy. I've never had a man show interest in me. And I would never have admitted to that a couple years ago. I was ashamed and embarrassed about that. I was like, oh, it's because I'm stupid maybe, or, I'm not attractive, or all these things. I thought it was a deficiency in me. But I have been hearing from other women the exact same thing, especially Christian women, where it's no one, I'm 27, I'm 28, I've never been asked out. And so I think there's a problem on both sides. I think that women get blamed a lot, where people will say, you hoard yourself in your 20s and, you care about your career and you did all these things to keep men away from you. And I think I never did any of that stuff. And I know a lot of other women who didn't do that stuff. And they're just, men aren't asking women out maybe. I don't know. I do put myself out there, and I know other women who put themselves out there. We'll get all cute. We'll go to the tea shops. We're very open to having conversations with strangers. And, we do a lot of things in hopes that someone will just walk up to us and say, hey, here's my number or whatever. However that works, I don't know. And there's not a lot of men doing that. And I will make some more videos. I have stories and stuff I'd like to share. But anyways, I hope it's an encouragement to those who are like me, because I didn't see any videos like this a year ago, and that would have been really helpful. So that's why I'm putting this out there. Don't be embarrassed. Jesus loves you. And I don't know, maybe we can fix this or talk about how we can fix it. Bye.
Busy building and unbothered. The involvement is the variable that changes everything. Remove it and the appreciation returns naturally. That's not indifference to women. That's an honest assessment of where the cost-benefit breaks.
Men can't go out and have fun without women. Women can very happily go to a club or go on holiday, have a great time with their girls, get their own table section by themselves, go on holiday, girls trip by themselves, have a great time. Men, if it's not somebody that they see in the club that they're interested in, or if they don't have an ulterior motive with that person, it's not a good time. Like, their motives for doing these trips and going to clubs is because they're looking. They're predatory. They're looking for something.
Yes, men are happy being single. They are. They're definitely enjoying it more than they used to before. And because I see it, you know, it's gotten harder to date, you know, lately. Men are very, like, satisfied in their lives without women. They are. They're like, you know, working a lot, either working a lot, or if they're not working, then, you know, they'll hang out with their friends, with their family, with their kids. Well, with their kids, it's a given. But yeah, they're happy being, if they're not married, they're happy being, you know, bachelors and having their own space and not having to, like, commit to anyone. So yeah, this wasn't the case before, but this is what it is now.
Solitude isn't the worst outcome. Being anchored to someone who drains you is. Men who chose peace over constant conflict didn't fail at relationships. They passed the final exam, and everyone else keeps retaking.
The type of lifestyle that she's used to. So they get mad at you for being independent and having things together to the point where they can't keep up with you, but they will also get mad at you if you depend on them and you don't have the same amount of money as them.
It's because a lot of you ladies are either extreme. A lot of men don't even care how much you make, or if you have less money than him, the whole point is that you're not using him and you are using your resources to better the relationship. That you're not just being greedy, you know, saying, oh, I should be able to keep all of my money and you pay for everything. That's just not fair. And I feel like for the women that do make a lot of money and they make a lot more than the man, they're constantly holding it against him. They're constantly bringing it up in every conversation. They use it as a way of emasculating him and putting him down. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of middle ground with some of you women. Why would a man be bothered by you making more money than him if you are bringing more into the relationship and you're not holding it against him and you're being super sweet and kind and you're doing everything that you can for the both of you? No man would reasonably get upset by that. It's the trying to compete with him, which disturbs his peace, the constant nagging and getting upset over everything because you bring more money into the relationship. Well, he forgot to do something around the house and you're really upset, you're freaking out. If you're not of either extreme, a man does not care.
Spending $1,500 on a $1,000 income and presenting the difference as someone else's problem isn't a relationship dynamic. It's a financial liability with romantic packaging. No self-respecting man signs up to be someone's overdraft protection.
To know from a men's perspective, are y'all waiting on girls to talk to you first? Like, are you waiting on a girl to ask you on a date first? Because that's crazy to me. Like, when you're out in public and you're making eyes with a girl and you're, like, making it known that you're attracted to her, but you're not gonna say something, how are you not gonna say something? Where are the huevos? Where are the huevos these days? I feel like there's so many, like, times that guys want to say something to girls and they don't. Like, is there a guy watching this that can give us some insight? Like, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just do it? Are you scared? Are you waiting for her to say something first? I like my man to be assertive and dominant. If you want to say something to me, say something to me. I'll give you the opportunity. I'll put my phone down. I'll drop the handkerchief. But I'm not gonna do it first. Should that not just be like the standard? Am I tripping? Like, tell me if I'm tripping. Let me know.
Seriously, back in the day, men would do anything for women. They would freaking build skyscrapers and castles and get down on one knee and do anything. And now he is asking me, why am I not reaching out or texting him first? Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
On behalf of all girls, I just wanted to say, if you're a guy and you're bold, you take initiative, you're assertive, you go after what you want, that is so attractive. That is the most attractive quality. If you're ever pondering, you're wondering, I don't know if I should go for a girl, what if she rejects me? If she rejects you, just move on. Onwards and upwards. She was not meant for you. There are girls out there that so truthfully appreciate a man being assertive, going after what they want. Men are now in their princess era where they're like, well, if a girl likes me, she's gonna come talk to me. Well, if a girl likes me, she's gonna go after me. 98% of girls, even if they're not interested in you and you come up in a respectful manner and way and talk to us, we'll still appreciate the gesture no matter what, and we'll let you down in a nice way if we're not interested. Why go through life scared to do things? Because this one shot that you do could change your whole life. Now, I know there are girls that can just be blatantly rude and reject you, but it's like, well, thank God they were blatantly rude and rejected you, because you don't want to be with that girl anyway. There's girls that have gone up and complimented and they look at me like I'm the problem. They look at me like, thanks. Which I'm actually giving you a compliment, by the way. I know what some girls are like that can just be rude for no reason, but I'm promising you 98% of us, 95% of us, I don't know. For the most part, if you are kind and respectful and you come up, and if we end up saying like, oh, we have a boyfriend, or oh no, we're not interested, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's no problem. Like, I hope you have a great day, and you walk away. We're not going to be rude to you. We're not going to bash you. We're going to walk away with dignity and respect, and we'll actually admire you, because it takes a lot of guts to go up and approach someone. And it's so attractive if a guy isn't afraid to go up and approach, because men don't do it anymore. Just know, if you see someone and you think they're cute, freaking go for it. You don't want to look back and regret not doing something about it. And you never know what that one little time interaction could do. It could literally be the best thing that's ever happened to you.
I don't want to be a strong, independent woman no more. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Y'all women on Al Gore's internet talking about, I don't need a man for nothing. Girl, you in that rose. I don't care. I'm ready for somebody to take care of me. And I don't mean financially. Getting your rubbed, watching a movie after a long day, top tier. I don't need a man financially, but I want a man physically, spiritually, mentally. I want somebody to take fire photos with, and I can put on my phone and can never show nobody. That's what I want. I want a partner. I want to travel the world with somebody. Roast my kids with. Build legacy. Meal prep every once in a while. I hate meal prepping all the time. Yes, I want to wake my kids up at 5 a.m. with Nerf guns. And I want a man to be hiding behind a closet, so when they think they safe, he do a front flip out of it and put them in the back of the legs. I need that. You got me, babe? Because I got you.
I don't need a man until the bill arrives, the furniture needs moving, or something requires fixing. The independence was always selectively applied. Men noticed the fine print years ago.
Don't chase on it. Why should they? No, really, tell me, why should they? What's the incentive? What's the incentive? You go with them now, 30 minutes later, they can do full lecture on your anatomy. Why should they? Do y'all remember there was a time in history where before a man could even see your bra strap, he had to marry you? And if he even did it on accident, the whole community had to force him to marry you. At a point, we actually have to start taking accountability as women and saying, you know what, we are part of the problem. We not only relinquished our power, we became so accessible. They chasing each other now because it's even they harder to get for each other.
Somebody that doesn't chase somebody that they love and they replace them instead is crazy. They love. Why? I just don't understand the world we live in. I don't understand the times. I don't understand it. It makes me so emotional, because I'm just like, since when do men want to be the princess and want to be pursued and chased? And they won't do it for a woman. They expect the women to do that. And then if she doesn't, they replace them. I just don't understand. Bring back the men. I want the men that used to go to war and still write letters for the women that they loved back home. I want those men. Bring them back, please.
Listen, any girl that tells you, I want to work all the time, I want to take care of myself, I want to protect myself, it's that's a survival tactic, that you've developed because you feel unafraid in this world, right? So it's every time I wake up, for example, I literally hold myself and I'm I'm safe today, I'm safe in my body, right? Letting that feminine come in, because for so long, I was ready to fight, try me. Say something to trigger my fears, right? And I'm gonna hurt you first, and that's how I approach a lot of my relationships. I was already waiting for that shoe to drop, and I feel that was my masculine trying to protect me, right? So back to your question, I feel a lot of girls have been hurt so much by their father, by their brother, right?
Yeah. Maybe or an actual relationship.
Relationship, you know, like it's like that male figure wasn't safe, so they naturally have to be their own male figure to protect themselves. So it's like it's a distortion, right? Because at the end of the day, we are feminine.
The footage makes the argument without assistance.
Can we talk about dating in your 40s in 2025? Because it's just literally a minefield of head fuck and I'm sorry, what? Like, convince me otherwise. All of my girlfriends are the same. They're all hot, smart, intelligent, funny women. And it's just the same. They either want a pen pal, they either swipe and then never message. So what are we doing? Where, how are people meeting? How? Also, please don't suggest that I go out to meet anyone because I'd rather stay home with my dogs.
This is a question for all the men out there. What stops you from asking a girl on a date? Because it's been 3 years and nobody has knocked on my door. Nobody has knocked on my door. Nobody has slid in my DMs. What y'all scared of?
Breaking news. I am now accepting applications for a man because what do you mean it's 10 p.m. at night and I'm outside trying to put air in my tires? What are we talking about right now? What is this? The machine shut off on me and I can't turn it back on. I don't know how to get it started again. I lost the little cap for my tires. The air is just coming out of my tires, and at this point I'm just gonna buy all brand new tires because this is absurd. I don't want to do this anymore, so I'm gonna get back in my car and I'm gonna just pretend that everything's gonna be okay because I don't want to do this. I want to be a little lady.
The translation is accurate and brutal. Not a partner, a service provider. Wanting a man for utility while withholding genuine companionship, loyalty, and reciprocity isn't a relationship pitch. It's a job listing with no salary attached. Men enjoying singlehood isn't a trend to be analyzed and weighted out. It's feedback. The system produced a consistent enough output that a significant portion of its participants concluded the alternative was better and acted on that conclusion permanently. Whether modern relationships can evolve enough to reverse that isn't really the question anymore. The more honest question is whether the people who would need to change are actually willing to, or whether the complaint videos will just keep accumulating while the answer stays the same. Thanks for watching MGTOW Voice. Show us your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Support us and help spread awareness for men around the world. We welcome a healthy debate and discussion, so feel free to comment and share your thoughts.